All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. Let's take a look at our subscription goal. We are sitting at almost 9,300. We need 700 more subs to hit that 10K goal to give that $1,000 giveaway. And then we have 12K subs coming up to send a couple people to some games of their choice. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Dennis Burns is at the top. We have Kellen on this week. He's doing a great job so far, but that is the leaderboard right now. If you see your guys' name, reach out to us. BearsProfitPlays@gmail.com or on Twitter, BearsProfit @BearsProfit, and we need to get you guys set up so we can give you guys your picks out for the next couple of weeks. If you see your name, make sure you reach out. Also, if you want to become a member on our YouTube channel, we're going to be giving away $50 weekly to our members on YouTube. We have 15 to 20 right now. So if you become a member for just $4.99 a month, you have a chance to win $50 weekly. We're going to be doing that on our live show. We're going to put everybody on the wheel. We're going to spin it and give away $50 a week. So make sure you guys come check that out. Only $4.99 a month. Very cheap over there. And our plays are actually better over there as well. So guys, it's going to do it. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some NFL picks and props for Monday, December 4th slate of games. Take a look at that leaderboard, Trey. Start us off.
Yeah, guys, on Sunday, we swept the board. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. And myself, that's because I gave out the Falcons -1.5 versus the Jets. It was a mega boring game, but at least we won the bet at least. The Falcons, they won this game by 5 points. So we did cash. I was a little bit worried there. The Jets, they were up 2-0 early in that game. They didn't score an offensive touchdown throughout that game, and that helped us out. So shout out the Falcons.
Yeah, and I've been so bad in the NFL this season, but it's all worth it because the Niners absolutely embarrassed the Philadelphia Eagles on their home field. I can't believe the Eagles lost by that many points. They should not come out against the Dallas Cowboys because we're going to beat them by 24 points next week. So we did sweep the board today. Let's do it again tomorrow. We're going to be looking at the Monday Night Football game. It's going to be the Jaguars going up against the Bengals. The Jaguars are -10. The over-under is 40. Trey, let's start with you.
Yeah, guys, I'm pretty excited to watch this game. We're going to get a clear game for pretty much the first time all weekend. If you guys watched a lot of the Sunday slate, there was rain in a lot of their games. But this one seems like it's going to be clear, so at least we're going to be able to enjoy that on prime time. And I feel like that's going to make us see some offense here in this game, at least from one team here. I'm going to go over to the team totals. I'm going to take Jacksonville to score over their team total. And it looks like DraftKings has it set at 24.5, which I absolutely love. I feel like Jacksonville is just going to come in this game and try to take command from it early on because over the last 3 games, this Bengals defense has just not looked great overall, giving up an average of 27 points per game over that span, which is over this number. And this Jacksonville team, especially their offense, it's one of the better offenses in the NFL because over the last 2 games, they've definitely shown that, averaging 29 points per game, which is also over this number. I just love our chances for the Jaguars to show up early and put up some points, whether or not it's them scoring points regularly or it's from Jake Browning giving them a short field throughout this game. I love the Jaguars here, but I'm going to stay away from the massive 10 points here. So I'm just going to take their over team total. So give me the Jaguars to go over their 24.5 team total versus the Bengals.
Yeah, Trey, I do like that play. I was going to take it as well, but I'm just going to take a side here. I'm going to take the Jaguars -9.5. The Bengals, their season's over. I'm sorry if you're a Bengals fan. It's just the truth. Without Joe Burrow, you don't stand a chance. Last 2 games, you guys have only been scoring 15 points per game. This is a really good Jaguars team. They proved it last week against the Houston Texans. I took the Texans in that game. They beat the Texans straight up, 24-21. I think the Jaguars are the way better team in this one. They have the better defense. They have the better offense. I think they're going to score 31 points, and this is going to be a blowout. So I'm going to take the Jags -9.5 as the play. Nate, our new guest picker, who do you like in this game?
I mean, I don't really like neither one in this game. I feel like the Jaguars always play down. I can't bet on Browning. If you bet on Browning, you're insane. I think I'm going to go first quarter spread, and I'm going to take the Bengals 2.5. It's plus money right now. I mean, I'm just hoping that the Jaguars start slow. You know, they're probably sleeping on their competition. Again, I don't think Browning necessarily puts up any points. Maybe he gets like a fluke play, gets them in the field goal range, 3-3, go into the second quarter, get blown out. I'm just banking on that.
I really like that play. I really do. I think you said everything right. I think the Jaguars play down their opponents and then they wake up kind of in the second half. So I do like that play from you, Nate. Trey, let's go over to the player props. How have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and I went 0-1 on the player props. I was absolutely upset about it. I actually went on the golf course Sunday morning, and so I didn't get to watch most of the noon games. And I gave out Ramondre Stevenson over 14.5 rush attempts versus the Chargers, and this bet hurt because I was about midway through my round, checked the box score, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's barely the end of the first quarter, and Stevenson already has 9 carries. I'm definitely going to hit this bet. And then a text hit my group chat saying, oh my gosh, I just lost Ramondre Stevenson in my fantasy league. So then I checked, and he got hurt, and he finished at 9 carries. So we had 9 carries after one quarter when we needed 15. So I felt like he was definitely going to hit. I mean, Zeke, he hit 17 carries in this game. So I feel like Ramondre definitely would have had 15. So it hurts, but that's life.
I was just going to say Zeke had 17 carries, so Stevenson was definitely going to get his number. I had Bailey Zappi. I'm not going to talk about it. The Patriots put up 0 points, but the Chargers put up 6 points. So, the Chargers aren't that bad, but I'm not going to talk about Bailey Zappi. I don't want to. Let's move on to our plates and raw. Trey, starts off.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go over to the receiving yards here, and I'm going to attack one of my favorite players. Give me Evan Engram to go over 42.5 receiving yards going up against the Bengals. I really love this over for Engram in this game because he has shown so far this season that he is a great receiver for Lawrence. And so far, Engram, he's averaging 47.6 receiving yards per game, which is over this number. And over his last 5, you guys can see that he's averaging over this number as well. But so far this season, Engram, he's hit this over 42.5 receiving yards in 7 out of his 11 games this season. And I do think that's going to continue here because this Bengals defense loves to allow yards to tight ends in tune of 6 receptions per game and an average of 71 receiving yards per game for tight ends that they face, which is over this number. And since Engram is basically the Jaguars' only guy at the tight end position, I feel like he's going to eat throughout this game. So give me Evan Engram to go over 42.5 receiving yards versus the Bengals.
I like it, Trey. For my player prop tonight, I'm going to take Joe Mixon to go over 19.5 receiving yards against the Jags. The Jaguars are very good against the run this season, and while I do think they're going to win this game, Joe Mixon should be able to get a couple screen passes or dump downs to get over this number. The Jaguars are a bottom 5 team this season at stopping the pass, so I do expect the Bengals to try to get Joe Mixon involved in that way through the air. Joe Mixon's gone over this number in 4 of the last 5 games, and Jake Browning, he's nothing special, so I do expect him to look to his security blanket a lot in this game, dump it down. The Bengals should be playing from behind in this game as well, so I like maybe in garbage time, if he hasn't cashed this number, I can see the Bengals dinking and dunking all the way down the field with Joe Mixon on 5-yard passes. So I'm going to take Joe Mixon over his receiving yards as the play. Nate, who do you like in this game?
Well, real quick, that Patriots game definitely hurt. I tailed the Bailey Zappi pick blindly. But I like both of y'all picks. I feel like I should tail one of them, but I'm going to go over Christian Kirk's yards. Mm-hmm. I feel like, because I watched the game last week against the Texans when they pulled out the win, Calvin really showed up big time in the second half. And I feel like everybody is loving the over on Calvin Ridley, and that brings Christian Kirk a little down. So I'm going to just go over when everybody I feel like is counting him out or feeling like he's a number 2. He's still number 1, for sure.
You're zigging while everybody's zagging. I love that play. I love that strategy there as well. Trey, let's look at the graphic and we'll get out of here.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with the Jaguars here to score over their team total at 24.5 points versus the Bengals. If you guys do want a game pick out of me, I would lean with the Jaguars here. But I really love Nate's pick for the Bengals in the first quarter plus the points. I feel like it's going to be a little bit stingy there early on in the game. And my player prop, it is going to be Evan Engram over 42.5 receiving yards versus the Bengals. Evan Ingram's kind of been T-Law's security blanket throughout this season at certain points, and I think that's going to continue here in this game versus the Bengals.
Yeah, Trey, I'm gonna take the Jaguars minus 9.5. I'm also gonna add Nate's play of the Bengals plus 2.5. I'm gonna have 2 plays. I really like that play by Nate, and I'm gonna take Joe Mixon over his 19.5 receiving yards against the Jags. I just think Brown is going to be dumping it down in this game, being scared, being in the pocket, getting pressured, and he's going to dump it down to Joe Mixon. But, guys, that's going to do it for our NFL plays and props for Monday, December 4th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,